Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is a new mod map tour of Oak City. This is by JM Gaming. It is 307.61 megabytes to download, and unfortunately it is for PC and Mac only because it is a 4X map. Yeah, I think it originally came, they accidentally put it out for all platforms originally is kind of what I heard, but there was a lot of issues on PlayStation and Xbox with it, so they then pulled it back, which makes sense. But anyhow, it says in the description, welcome to this 4X map, loosely inspired by Oak City, Utah in the USA. This is a land of pioneers, with much of it still undeveloped. The city is located over 1,000 meters above sea level at the foot of the Rocky Mountains. The main features are 462 hectares of arable fields divided into 85 plots, customized map for precision farming, large spaces to clear, 4 selling points, some production chains, 3 water points, many destructible rocks. You can purchase the Great Basin Cattle Ranch by purchasing plot 86. AI network for better movement with additional mods. Most fences can be removed in construction mode. You can go looking for rare flowers to complete your collection. The pioneers have buried their treasure. You will need a lot of courage to find it. Have fun. There's 2 required mods, which is frustrating because they're both by JM Gaming. If there's a mod or two, I don't mind having 2 required mods, but if they're your mods, you can put them in your map without having to ask for anyone's permission. So, it just seems like it's modders trying to get more downloads on their other mods is what it kind of seems like to me. Maybe that's not the case, but yeah, especially since it really doesn't matter. They should just be part of the map, is my opinion. But anyhow, let's take a look here. This is the map, 4X map. There's a lot of kind of, I don't know if there's, I'm assuming it's not forest out there because of, the kind of deserty kind of look here. So I'm assuming there's just a lot of space around. I mean, we can look behind us. No, it looks like that. So there might be some trees out there, I guess, but maybe not all. Looks kind of very, very, definitely very, oops, I did not want to do that. We were down here, actually. Let's visit down here. This is the, I'm just losing it today. This is, what is this here? The Desert Grain Traders. We were right out here. So we'll go out there in a second. The sign should be, I'm going to give us a little bit more speed. I believe the sign is out here, isn't it? Maybe it's right back here. Yeah, okay, so we're right next to it, but here's where we're at. Gosh darn it, I hit the wrong button again. Anyhow, we're out on the farm now, so we're just gonna hold it here. I've had enough. It's my first video of the day. I don't have enough coffee in my system. Anyhow, we own this big open area over here. We own a couple of fields over here, which all look like they don't have anything in them, which is kind of interesting. I feel like usually we have something going on. But yeah, they're all cultivated, so you can plant kind of whatever you want in there. We got a couple harvesters. What's our other harvester? We have 2 X9s. Good lord. I guess the fields are probably fairly large, just because of the nature of the map here, with it being a 4X. It kind of looks like a normal map, but since it's a 4X, everything here, you have to remember, is bigger, because a normal map is about, one of these corners over here. So it's definitely pretty big. But yeah, a lot of open space. A few things dotted about. Now, they said 86 had the ranch on it. Let's go ahead. Oh, we don't have the money for that. Let's go ahead and let's get out of that real quick. We're not ready to drive around in that. Let's add some money in. That'll work right there. But 86, they said, I believe. I'm looking. Let me look over that. Yep, you can purchase the Great Basin Cattle Ranch by purchasing plot 86. Here's the Great Basin Cattle Ranch, and if we go ahead and purchase that, there we go. Looks like we just have. It's just a cow pen. I am curious, since we're over here already. Let's go ahead and, where do we put cows in this bad boy? Not in there. Looks like it's an auto feed cow barn. Curious just how many cows this thing is gonna hold. Do I have like turn off? I don't remember turning those guys off. That would explain why I couldn't find anything. Goodness gracious. Right, they're over here. Yep, there we go. Okay. Build a hole. What do we got going on here? I don't have any cows in there right now. How many cows can this have? Oh, we got 50 in there. Sorry. There we go. Out of 291. There we go. 291 cows this thing can hold. So quite a few cows, actually, for this area here. It is definitely pricey if you do think about having this for $822. But you do get the cow barn on it, which eventually, I'm assuming, once you get rid of the cows, obviously you can sell it. 187,000 you get back for it. It's a decent chunk of land, but you also have to consider too that with you getting the auto feed robot barn here. It's 722,000. You're basically paying $100,000 for this land and 50 cows, so it's actually a pretty good deal. But anyhow, let's head back over to our tractor here. We're going to take a look at our farmyard. Obviously, got ourselves a nice, lovely little shed here with a couple of our tractors in it. And that's just everything we should do real quick. Let's take a look at what we got going on for our vehicles here. So vehicles, we have the Branther TR34090 2PT Plus trailer. We also have ourselves a header trailer. We have a Horsch Maestro, great planter there. We like that one. International truck, John Deere 8R, 9R, 9RX. Then we also have a John Deere corn header. We have a grain header. Then we have two X9s, which is insane. Two X9s. And then we have a Lemken Solitaire, which is also another great little seeder right up there. So there we go. And nice little barnyard here, or nice little farmyard here. We got ourselves our nice little covered area there for storing equipment. We got our silo over here. And here, this open up? Nope, not at all. This is just a silo here. Let's take a look here. Let's get zoomed in. Yeah, so it's like bale and pallet storage. Okay, makes sense. We had our silo over there, farmhouse, and then we got the fuel point. But it's a fairly big farmyard if you think about this. A lot of space in here, and you can place down and kind of do some other stuff if you wanted to. But you get your farmhouse down here, wardrobe trigger, get your international truck here, which we're going to go ahead and hop in that because we're going to use that to go around. A couple other things to note as well. Obviously, we own the cow barn now here, but originally you wouldn't own that when you start off here. There are contracts in the fields you do not own, which there's some good contracts, good paying ones out there. There's big fields. Available on the map, we have a bakery. We have the bioplastics factory, which is one of the required mods here. And you can see you can make all sorts of different bioplastics here if you'd like to do that. We have the cement factory. We have a dairy. We have a sawmill, and that's everything. So just only a couple productions on there. And then we took a look at our vehicles already. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a little driving around. Put a map down there, bottom left-hand corner. Okay, so we've already seen down there, so let's just take a left and then a right, and we'll head over here and we'll pass by so we have the cement factory, bakery, and the dairy over there. Soon bioplastics probably out there. Yep, bioplastics, sawmill. Yep, everything's kind of going on in here. And then we'll probably drive out past the ranch and head out to this point here, which is the grain harvest core. And then we will kind of do a quick flyover. We'll take a look at the animal dealer when we do our flyover. So yeah, quite a bit of stuff going on the map. A lot of it's pretty basic in terms of what they've added and stuff like that, and productions and things like that. But it's still a nice little map and quite large. And maybe if you're from this area or from a more desert-y area, this might be a good map for you. But we have a cement factory right here. Then of course we have ourselves the bakery, and then we have the dairy here on the corner. Go down this way. Right hand side, I believe this is just the farmer's market. Red Rock Harvest, kind of nifty. Red Rock Harvest. Then we have Agri-Power Motors, so the shop is just behind this. We'll take a look at that here. Second, so if we just swoop around here, we should be able to get over access to there. Yep, here's a big old shop here. Agri-Power Motors, just like it's kind of John Deere branded there, so quite nice. Head out this way. And down over here, this end, this another like farmhouse? Oh, looks like that, yeah. Farmhouse down here, and then we of course have the bioplastics and sawmill, and you can buy this little plot of land right there, which is quite nice. So if you wanted to do your own kind of factory in town or something like that, you got a plot of land you can use. It is fairly bare, wide open, and kind of bare, which you'd probably expect from a map like this based in Utah. We have ourselves the bioplastics there, and then we have the sawmill right here. You can see the empty plot behind there as well. We drove by it earlier though already. But yeah, I want to take this left here. This is kind of the main road going up. Obviously, go back down that way. It's going to take us down to our starting farm, but this is going to go past the cattle ranch. And it's going to head out to, what's the other area at the top? What was it we're going to? There's like a grain sell point, isn't there? Just a grain sell point. Yeah, grain harvest core. A sip of coffee as we're kind of just chilling, driving along. I'll zoom us out a little bit so we can get a nice little good view of everything. Oh, school bus is going down dirt road, pick up some kids for school. So is that car actually. All those cars are turning there. But yeah, it's quite wide open. It's kind of interesting, very unique for a map in terms of this kind of style. So it may not be everyone's cup of tea. I feel like I would get a little, I don't know, there's not a lot of decoration, but I don't think there's supposed to be. I think it's the way it should be for how this map is. So definitely not complaining. Just is what it is. But yeah, it took us a while to get down here, which makes sense. 4X map takes a while to drive places. But here's the red rock grain right here, and we're gonna go ahead and hop into flight mode if I can find it. And the top of the map is just up here, so we're getting close to the edge. There's always some weird shadow things like this sometimes. There's no clouds there. I don't know why. Sometimes it's, oh, there, it's going away that I get close to it. Oh, some of these, I don't feel like this is a map issue. I feel like it's more of an issue with the game because, I don't know. It's super weird and it doesn't happen super often. But anyhow, if we keep flying, you have a wide open space of just expansive. Yeah, see the stupid shadows. Those really bug me. No reason for them. Now, I mean, if you're near them, you don't have to deal with them, but I still have to deal with them a little bit when I'm low. I'm wondering if it has something to do with like the volumetric fog or something like that, but kind of is, it's pretty annoying to be honest. If I go high enough, maybe I'll be able to get rid of them, yeah, for the most part. But yeah, you can see kind of the arable area here. You got a nice little river and stream that goes through it. Nice little kind of pond or lake or something there as well, which is nice. And we've got the animal deers way out here on the edge. And yeah, it's kind of cool how they kind of blended it in. And that very bare desert area kind of makes it look like, yep, they're pretty accurate with how they did it. Yeah, we got a sell point over here as well as the animal dealer. So that's all set up over there. Stream keeps going off the map that way. And then this will fly us around to the town and kind of where our starting farm is, which it's interesting how close our starting farm is to the town. Kind of convenient though, to be fair as well. But yeah, your starting farm, you got all your bioplastics, your open lots, and there's your vehicle dealer and all that good stuff. And then of course, one of the sell points we started off down by. And then, yeah, so we have these two fields and those two fields there, which are quite large if you compare it to the size of our farmyard, which you know is massive. So yeah, pretty cool. We also own this little chunk of land through here. With like the rocks, I am kind of curious. Can you like get rid of those at all? It doesn't seem, so you might have to work around those rocks. Using the map objects hider mod, you might be able to do something a little bit different, but yeah, overall, pretty cool map. I like it. It might not be your cup of tea, but I'm sure it's a few of you guys' cup of tea, so there you go. If you guys enjoyed this map tour, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.